Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Longest Journey. When we left off last time, we got done like a job, we headed off on the boat, we were trying to make our way to Alais, and there's a chaos storm approaching. So, bad news there. Before we worry too much about that,
why does the horizon have to keep rolling back?
Let's see what's down below. We checked out most of the ship. Ooh! Oh, look at these little She's gonna hate the hammocks probably and the way they sway, because if she's got seasickness, it's not gonna feel good, but I think that would be awesome.
I don't look forward to another night in those. I had a dream I was on a roller coaster all night long, and I can't stand roller coasters.
Roller coasters are actually one of the few rides that I actually can ride on. I get motion sickness really bad. Anything that goes in a circle, I'm out. Even, like, slow things, like, you know, the swings that are, like, attached to the big rotating thing and they just spin around. Yeah, once at a fair, it was a slow day and the guy let the ride go on longer than normal and I got dizzy and I threw up from the freaking swings. But roller coasters are one thing that I can do. I love roller coasters. Oh, is she coming over? Yeah, get over here. What do we got going on in this chest?
It's a sturdy wooden chest. It's empty.
Oh, that's not actually very exciting, but... Ooh, look at this axe. Pick that up.
It's a small axe.
That could be handy to have, right? Sack of flour?
It's a flour sack.
That's it down here, huh? I was hoping it'd be a little more exciting, but apparently not. Okay, that's just the chest again. I want to try to be careful and make sure there's nothing small that I'm missing. Just the hammocks. Huh. I think that might be it down here. Back upstairs. Alright, so storm coming. What can we possibly do about that? I kind of thought that
why does the horizon have to keep...
events would sort of proceed on their own a little bit more, but it's not happening. Let's go up and talk to people some more. Maybe that'll get it going. Oh, let's also see if there's anything going on in our diary. Yes, it's looking like... So, we saved people. Wednesday morning, August 2nd, 2209. Vestrum Tobias tells me that I am the guardian to be, the 13th such, and that my fate is to watch over the balance for 1,000 years. You don't just toss something like that out without warning or some consideration to the fact that I'm just a normal person. I mean, if I'd been raised knowing that someday I'd have to go to some tower in the middle of nowhere and stay there for 1,000 years, then maybe, just maybe, I'd have been able to deal. Not like this, though. This is just so not fair. I mean, I had plans for my life. I have friends. Not a lot, but a few. A family. Whatever I mean to them at this point. At least they're around. In 1,000 years, there will be nothing left for me. Nothing to remind me of me. I'll be lost and alone. I don't know if I can deal with that. But then, what choice do I really have? What choice does any of us have? And I'm totally with her on this. Like, this is a hard thing. At least she understands that she's got to do it, right? It's the fate of two worlds. Gotta do it. It really sucks, but you gotta do it. And I like this point too, that if she'd been raised knowing this, in a way it kind of makes me feel of, like, Final Fantasy X, and all of the summoners know that their ultimate goal, big spoiler if you've not played it, is to sacrifice themselves, to stave off, what was the big bad's name? Sin? To keep him off for a while, right? So they know that they're gonna die. They know that. And they take up the whole quest to be a summoner knowing that. So they're reconciled with it. They're gonna sacrifice themselves. In exchange, thousands and thousands of people will not die. Cool. They're good with that. So the same thing. If she'd been raised knowing that she was the guardian, then she could kind of reconcile herself to that idea. Like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to watch for 1,000 years. Everyone I know will be dead when it's done. But, you know, keeping world safe, it's totally worth it. You kind of get acclimated to it. You can kind of embrace it. Like, this is my role, to be the savior. I can do that. But instead, like she said, she actually had plans for her life. She's got friends. She's trying to make a go of being an artist. You know, she's got things she'd like to do. And suddenly, nope, none of that matters. Gotta save the worlds. For 1,000 years. For 1,000 years, she has to be totally alone, just watching, maintaining the balance. And then when it's done, what happens? Does she get to live the rest of her life after that? A woman at a time, much like Brian Westhouse, and we've seen how well that's worked for him. I mean, she might adjust better, but she might not. That's a hard thing. To suddenly you're living in a whole different time. The culture would have changed a ton in 1,000 years, so nothing will be familiar to you. You won't know anybody. It's not an easy thing. Thursday, late afternoon. I am so sick, I'm having a hard time writing even a few words. Forgive poor spelling. Why does the boat have to keep moving around? Why can't they make boat that just stays still? I mean, they got magic, right? Beats me. Poor April. We leave port yesterday evening, and I don't sleep a wink all night. Just rocking all night long. And then there's the food, which is like fish and apples, every meal. Oh, great, here I go again. Gotta get some air. Yeah, that wouldn't really help. You're feeling really sick, and then just a lot of fish and apples. The apples seems like they might be a little bit refreshing. I like fish, but if I'm feeling really sick, I don't know that fish is the thing that I want to keep eating. Oh, I didn't mean to get back there. Back up here. You have my sympathy, April. I think it's beautiful out here. I've never really been on a big boat. I've just been on ferries. So I'm in Michigan, so I'm by the Great Lakes, right? And we go to Mackinac Island because that's the thing Michigan people do. And you take a ferry out there, and it's, I don't know, maybe a half-hour ride? It's not that long. And I'm fine with that, but I don't know how I would handle a big ship, if I would be okay or if I would get seasickness. I'd like to think I'd be okay, in which case it would be just awesome. I mean, it's gorgeous out here, fresh breeze, but if it turns out you are the sort to get seasick, sheer misery. Alright, anything new, Tunlayak?
What's going on, Tun?
Just a chaos storm.
A storm approaches, April, and it is no ordinary storm.
So tell me about chaos storms.
Will you still be able to get me to Alais tomorrow?
I think that would depend.
I am afraid not.
Not at all? Okay.
The captain has ordered our course changed south to get us away from the rocky waters around the islands.
Well, that's the safest course, right?
We are about 3 days away from Guyenne. But if the weather improves before then, perhaps he will be willing to turn about.
So we might end up at Guyenne and then have to find our own way.
But I would not count on it, April. He cares much for his ship and for his crew, and he would not risk it for anything or anyone.
I mean, it makes sense. You don't really want to take a chance getting the ship crashed on a bunch of rocks or something just for this girl to hopefully find something that she thinks is going to be there on Alais. I mean, I understand where he's coming from. He did make a deal with us to get us to Alais, but I mean, if free passage to Guyenne, we can't really complain about that either. And then from Guyenne, we'll have to try to find our way back to... I'm actually almost kind of excited about that because I'd like to see Guyenne. I want to know what it's all about. And then hopefully we can still make our way to Alais because we're going to have to get there. I hope the boat doesn't... I really hope that we don't get like a big crash and the boat gets wrecked. Because how depressing. We just got Tunlayak this job. I don't want her boat to immediately go down. What do we mean by this, April?
You still need my magic to get wind in your sails.
The wind seems to be picking up on its own. Thus Nebevay has no need for your
I see.
magic,
She was trying to
April.
use it to negotiate.
I am sorry, but once we reach Guyenne, I am certain you will find passage to the islands.
I don't have 3 days, Tun. The balance is failing.
Which is a very important point.
I am sorry. It is out of my hands.
And we can fight with Nebevay about it. And I think we will, because it's going to be the conversation option, and I want to see what he says. But really, I'm siding with him in this, April. I mean, he's got a point. It's not... The balance is failing, and yeah, we gotta hurry. But if we all get shipwrecked because there's a storm... The storm hits us when we're near the rocky shores of Alais, and everybody drowns, well, that fails the balance as well. So, you know, he's gotta keep the ship safe.
What do you mean by no ordinary storm?
Look to the clouds. Do they appear normal to you?
From this angle, yes.
They look strange, it's true.
But I can't see the cloud she's looking
It
at
is
now.
a chaos storm. A strong storm caught in a magical vortex, drawn to strong magic like bees to honey. I have never seen one with my own eyes, but I have heard stories.
So what magic is drawing them? It's gotta be us. Tell me the stories you've heard.
What have you heard about chaos
Maybe we can
storms?
dissipate it?
That they appear only rarely, and that they signify great and terrible events in the near future. It is also said that they are weapons used by the Dark Lords of Chaos to to hunt and destroy those strong in the balance.
Uh-huh. Well, there you go. So, what can we do about it? We could use our I keep thinking of it as the bag of winds because my kids watch the SpongeBob movie, and he gets a magical bag of winds. So, yeah. We could use our bag of winds to maybe hasten our way to Guyane. That could be a shot. You know, maybe it'll work.
Can we escape a chaos storm?
If we run fast enough and reach safe harbor, perhaps. I have not heard of a chaos storm to last more than a single night, and this one is still quite a distance away. But it gains fast. I do not know, April.
We should probably use our winds to escape. Alright.
I'll let you go back to work.
Thank you.
Alright, Captain, let's talk. I really do like Captain Nebevay. Something about this curmudgeonly guy who's reluctantly dealing with this anyhow. I don't know. I enjoyed talking to him.
Captain?
Go ahead.
Sir?
Keep your disdain on me. I know you want
Leave
to.
me be, girl. I have work to do. We must avoid the storm lest it comes on us like Jaw's callous heel and crushes us.
Yeah, but I might could help with that.
But we're still going to Alais, right?
No, probably not.
Ha! You can forget about
No.
that. We must avoid the dangerous waters of the islands and head straight for Guyane if we're to stand a chance of outrunning the storm.
We gotta be practical here, April.
But I have to get to Alais as soon as possible. The fate of worlds depends
We can't
on
endanger everyone on the ship,
and
including
the fate
ourselves.
of my ship and my crew depends on us changing our course for Guyane. Now leave me be.
How about I use my wind to help us get to Guyane fast, and then I can focus on finding a way to Alais from there. That seems like a reasonable compromise.
it. Captain?
He's like, what now?
Sir?
Leave me be.
Very well. Alright, look. What we need to do. Hopefully what we need to do isn't go against what he says and find a way to make him force us to... or to force him to take us to Alais anyhow. Because really, that just seems crappy. He's got a good point. Light as a leaf. Yeah, what if the boat floated? What do you think? Well, where would we use it on the ship? I don't know that that's really an option.
Those are the captain's private quarters and offices.
I know, and because I can click on the door, I really want to go in there, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to. So. Apple?
It's a juicy red apple. It's a small but sharp axe.
Do I want to put any kind of potion on this apple? No. I'm not sure who I would intend to poison at this point. I was just curious to see if they would mix. Okay, so... what if we use this? Oh, we're gonna have to do something to this compass, aren't we?
According to Tun, this is a spirit compass, and it points to the magical North Pole.
Alright, let's ask her a little bit more about that.
I have a question about your compass.
Certainly.
Oh no, that's a really good question, actually.
Won't the chaos storm affect the accuracy of the spirit compass?
Yeah, if it guides by magic.
If the storm catches up with us, perhaps. But I do not think so. Only a very focused magical field in close proximity to the compass would be able to affect
Oh
it.
no, we're gonna have to Alright, we're gonna have to
Thanks.
sabotage
That's all I needed
the
to
compass,
know.
and I feel really bad about that, because
I hope this knowledge made you richer.
I think they're right. But you know this...
I'll let you go back
Okay,
to
this
work.
is my suspicion about what's gonna happen.
Thank you.
We're gonna bind magic that thing, we're gonna end up going to Alais, but the storm's gonna catch us, and it's gonna wreck the ship and throw at least some of us overboard. And April will wash up on Alais or something. That's my guess. And that fits the theme of April, like, saving and destroying things. But I really don't like doing that. I think these guys have it right. We really should just make for Guyane, and then from there we can find a way to Alais, but... Alright, where are you, bind magic? I think this is what I gotta do here. Oh, I'm wrong. Well, good. Okay. I don't know, I still feel like I gotta mess with this in some way, though. Oh, I gotta...
I'll save it for when I really need it.
No? Okay. I don't want to mess with it, but I'm feeling like that's the way to go, so that's why I'm trying to anyhow. So if not bind magic, light as a leaf doesn't make sense. Nor really does wind on the compass. Alright, this might not be the place to be. We talked to both of them. We can get an apple. So does the puzzle involve... Okay, slice the apple open. No. Nothing to do with this thing yet. This apple seems suspicious to me. There's gotta be something we can do with the apple, right? Maybe not. Oops. Okay, so... we could go back down. There could be something I missed there. I don't think there's anything necessarily over here. The only thing they've really talked about is the compass. So it does seem like we should do something to the compass. But if we can't bind magic in it... Alright, what's down here? Just the chest. And the hammocks. That's just the grating that we saw from the top down to the cargo hold. Oh, there's like a little worm. Worm, get over here.
It's a flour sack.
No, get the worm. Get over here. We need this worm.
It's a flour sack.
Yeah, get all the way over here. Hurry up, pick up that worm. Which is actually really gross. Oh, worm in the flour.
It got away.
Well, it'll be back. Just hang on. Get it.
It got away.
Oh, I see. 'Cause worms like apples. No? Okay, yeah, it's not. This has got to be a time thing. Come here. Wait, right here.
It got away.
But you gotta be faster. Okay, maybe it's not a timing thing. Her kneel down animation is so slow.
It's a big fat worm.
Okay.
It's a flour sack.
We'll try one more time to just grab it. And if that fails, then we'll try something else. Maybe we'll... the axe? I don't really want to rip open the flour sack, but that might be the way.
It got away.
Alright. Nope, that's not the way anyhow. Alright. We don't want the apple. Light as a leaf, bind magic, invisibility. I don't think those are gonna do it. Trap it on the sticky candy. Sticky candy, your time has come! I'm so excited. Yes! We've been holding on to that thing forever. Candy wrapper.
It's a colorful candy wrapper.
Where's the worm? Did we seriously do all that just to get...
They're awful.
We did all that not to get the worm, but just to get a wrapper? Like, this whole time we've been nervous about, like, maybe throwing this sucked-on candy away in the swamp or something and holding onto the wrapper? Alright. What happened? No, he's still... Oh, he's really... Now, I see. He's so full from the candy, now we can pick him up.
Yes, got me a worm. And this is good because...
It remains to be seen, April, but I'm sure it's necessary.
It's a hungry-looking worm.
Well, let's give him an apple.
Get to it, little guy. Eat your heart out.
Alright, apple with a worm
That
in
worm's
it.
probably having the time of her life.
Take a bite.
I feel too sick to eat anything.
Also, it would be gross to eat an apple that a worm is eating. Okay, let's go back upstairs. Look at the little candy residue on there now. So, do we contaminate the barrel of apples? That seems terrible. None of the potions? Nope, that's not what we want to do. Give it to someone? I'm sorry, Captain.
Captain?
What is it now?
Oh, emergency stop in Alais, is that what it is? Because there's worms in the apples and we don't have enough
Captain,
food?
the worms have invaded the apple barrel.
Cursed be the balance! First the storm, now this. Is there no end to the horrors? Let me see. Jowl's infected arsehole, you be right. Those are worms, all right. Vicious, snarling wheat worms driven mad by their hunger for a change of diet.
As far as I could tell, that was the only apple infected. But I could be wrong.
Good of you to catch it, girl, before it spread any further. I'll have to go pluck the apples immediately. They must be saved.
Okay, so all this was to get him out of the way, so that now we can mess with something. We're always just making things so rough for people. Not enough that we ruined Frank Manelli's career. Now we gotta mess around with Nebevay's boat.
Those are the captain's private quarters and offices.
Let's just hack our way in. No, I didn't really expect that to work. Okay, so... do we just bind it now? She's not looking at it. Thought I saw a flash, but I did not. No, there's gotta be more to do with it.
According to Tun, this is a spirit compass, and it points to the magical North Pole.
Alright, let's talk to her again about it. Ooh.
Do you want me to relieve you at the wheel for a while?
She's like, you're not a navigator.
I am not sure if this is such a good idea, April.
Oh, how
What's
much
the
harm
big
can it
deal?
do?
I just hold it straight, right?
Well, I could do with a short break to stretch my legs. Fine, but I will be back soon. And if anything happens, just call out for help.
Of course, thanks.
Man. We're lying to all our friends. It's kind of a rough quest. Once again, just like I said with Frank Manelli, worlds are at stake. So I guess that's just what we have to focus on.
It's the, wheel? Is that what it's called? Nuh-uh. Like they won't notice if I turn the boat around? I'll have to think of something else.
Alright. Now that nobody is watching us, can we bind this thing? No, we still cannot. Bind
I'll
myself?
save it for when I really need it.
Okay, but there's gotta be something to do up here. We needed them cleared out of the way so that we can mess with that compass. What do we want to do with it? Anything really magical? Do we want to just break it? That seems a bit much. No. Candy wrapper. Is there anything you will do? Do we want to use our mystical balance talisman on it? We do. Alright.
So if the compass was pointing in that direction when we were on course for Alais, and now it's pointing in this direction... Oh, hell. I'll just wing it. Use the Force, April. After all, who's the chosen one here?
This could end up just terribly. But very well. As long as it's not pointing us directly into this storm or
need some
something.
assistance up here. According to Tun, this is a spirit compass, and it points to the magical...
So now we've gone and ruined things for everybody. Alright.
I think I may have strayed off course a bit when I was at the wheel.
I did not feel the boat turning.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna miss Gien by a couple of 100 kilometers if you don't correct our course.
Did they use kilometers here?
Let me check the compass.
What's that? That's interesting that she was living in the US and they said kilometers. Honest to God, I hope that
By the
someday we do
balance,
switch
you
to
were right,
metric.
April. It is good you were aware of your mistake, or we might have ended up pierced on the deadly reefs of Tagate. I will correct our course immediately.
I'm sorry for sabotaging.
Sorry
Ton.
about that.
Oh no, I let you take the wheel. I'm just glad we are back on course.
Yeah, back on course. Is it my imagination, or is the storm getting closer?
By the balance, you are right. The storm is catching up with us. We might have to ride it out. It is good we are nowhere near the islands, or we would have to worry about reefs as well.
Uh-huh.
Reefs? Nobody said
Yes,
anything
they
about
did.
reefs.
Yes, they
Donna,
did.
I have something to tell you.
Captain, sir, we need you on the bridge. The storm is closing in.
He said rocky shores. That's what he meant. There's reefs and stuff. Oh, April. We're gonna get this boat sunk. Oh, I feel really bad. Anyhow, metric makes so much sense. I like it. It's easy.
By the foul bowels of Jal, you're right, Lyak. It's closing in faster than any storm I've seen or heard, chaos or otherwise. It's like it's chasing something or someone.
Someone.
All right, listen up. The storm's going to hit in an hour or two, and I want everything to be ready. Tighten the hatches, strap down the cargo, wake up the watch, and by Jal's big toe, someone put a lid on the apple barrel.
All right, here it comes. Da 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 da. You thought you were seasick before, April. How about this one?
Oh, God, that's not a happy sight.
No, and we could have maybe outrun this and just gone for Gien, but instead we sabotaged everything. These guys are going to have to stay up here through the storm, aren't they, to guide us through? Everyone else can cower down below, but not them. What do I want to do? I want to talk to him, but I also want to see, like, if there's anything we can do to help batten the hatches and such, as he said. No, there's just the empty chest down here.
She looks busy.
Yeah, it's probably not the best time to talk to anybody, but...
He looks very busy.
There's a lot going on at the moment. Alright, so, okay.
Those are the captain's...
Yep. What can we do to help at this point? We could maybe bind magic this... Well, how are we going to bind magic this storm? I don't know.
She looks busy. She looks busy.
We're not talking to them. They got things to do. They're trying to help everybody hopefully not die. Apple barrel, put a lid on it.
They really should cover this up before the hold is filled with water.
Would be awesome if we could help, but I don't really see a way to. Do we just go wait down below? That doesn't seem very helpful. Plus, the only thing I'm seeing to interact with here is the chest, which is empty.
It's a sturdy wooden chest.
Should we put something in it? Or do we need to, like, slice it up for some reason? Kindling? Yeah?
Just get in trouble. Besides, it's open.
Do you think the storm's chasing us because of our balance talisman? Wait, speaking of... Wait, it's gone forever? It was a one-time use and it was just to sabotage the spirit compass? That was it? That's really disappointing. I was hoping it was going to do something awesome for us. Wow. Alright. What would help us at this point? Monkey. No. So this seems like the only interactable thing at the moment. What do we have that's so precious that we'd want to put in there, though? Probably not the bandistone. Banda, whatever. No. Let's go back upstairs. So, what do we want to do here? There's a stormy ocean, but all we do is comment on it.
God, they really should cover this.
They should cover it. We can't really go anywhere else, right? So there's gotta be something else. Put anything in the ocean? Just dump some bind magic in there? There we go. No.
I'll save it for when I really need it.
Okay. Do we want to pour anything on the cargo hold? Out of curiosity. No? No poisoning any of the candies? Okay. And then we've got
It's a colorful candy wrapper.
Wrapper. And what are we gonna do with the wrapper?
Oh, God, that's
Just
not
the same thing. Head for cover!
He looks very busy.
He does.
He looks very busy.
Okay, so no talking to them at all. I need to give up on that idea. But what about... Can we try to escape it with the wind potion? At all? Anybody? No, we really can't. Alright. What do I need to do down here, Hold?
Hammocks.
Yeah, can we do anything with them? Slice them up and use them for something? Although I imagine the crew would then be upset that we destroyed their bedding. No point slicing into that just yet, but that does make me think that later on there's going to be something in there we'll need to get, and the hatchet will come to the rescue. We got so many potions, it seems like one of these would be useful. What would we want to make light as a leaf? Alright, let's read the diary entry and see if that gives us any hints. Feel a little better now, which is kind of worrying because I so don't want to get used to this. I'm a definite land person. Soil between my toes, like the Bandu Elder said. A short time ago, the captain ordered the navigator to change course, to take us away from a storm front. Now, I know he probably has the best interests of his crew at heart, but I gotta think about the rest of the world, as well as my world. I need to get to Alais quickly. I feel that time is running out, and this chaos storm is only a harbinger. So using the talisman Tobias gave me on the compass, I think I managed to fool them into putting us back on course for the islands. Now I'm just praying they won't notice before it's too late and that the storm won't catch up with us. I've been lucky so far, counting on my luck lasting just a little bit longer. Please? Not helpful. I can't get my medallion back from the compass, can I? Because that would be pretty handy. Alright, we're just going to go back up because I don't really know what to do. So we're going to take a closer look at that compass and see. But, I mean, we kind of need her to keep... Oh, it is there, isn't it? We need her to keep going where she's going, though, right?
I should take that off before anybody notices.
You think? Okay, that's a good point. Alright, so that's probably what we really need to do here. Just
What is that? What is that you have there?
Nothing. Plain old non-magical talisman. Do we lie? What's gonna be most useful here? If we should tell him the truth and be honest with him. We have to tell him the truth and be honest with him because we're up against possible reefs that are going to destroy us and they need to know to look out for him. I misplaced it, but I found it again, so no need to worry. He's going to really hate us for this, and he should. He's pretty justified in that, which is a bummer because I wanted us to find a way to be friends, but alright.
It's a talisman bestowed with strong magic.
And he's like, then why did you put it on the compass?
You put a magical talisman next to the spirit compass? Are you completely daft, girl? Do you know what you've done?
Yeah.
By Jal, I should throw you overboard.
You should.
Give it
Please
here.
don't, but...
This talisman has the mark of the balance and of the sentinel. This is an object of great magic. The balance be cursed, girl. What by Jarl's hideous countenance did you think you were doing?
Well, I'm the guardian, so... It wasn't me! No. You knew it would potentially do harm. This was the motivation.
I need to get to Alais as soon as possible.
So you claim. But do you know what you've done instead? You've put the lives of everyone on this boat in grave danger. With the storm upon us, the last we need is dangerous waters.
He's right.
Thank Jarl's assassin, we still may have time to avoid the rocks of the Briston Atoll. But I swear by the honor of the 3 biased judges of Guienne that I'll have you before a court if we get to land.
The 3 biased judges.
Check the compass, Layak, and correct our course accordingly. And don't let this wench touch anything from now on, you hear? I need to place this accursed talisman as far away from the spirit compass as possible.
No, please don't throw it away. I actually really need it. He's gonna huck it overboard. Oh no! Oh, this went so badly wrong. Do you think there's mermen in the area? Maybe they can help us out. April, we should possibly follow him. He's gonna put it in the chest, and we're gonna cut it out. Aha! She might be really mad at us, too.
She looks busy.
We should leave her alone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone on this boat. Don't fall off, please, April.
What just happened?
We're sailing blind into reefs. That's what. We're gonna get the boat sunk.
Uh-oh, this can't be a good thing.
No, it really can't. You need to get below decks quickly so we can rescue our medallion. Before everything floods, there's gonna be like a hole ripped in the boat. Ah, it's got this nice padlock on it now.
It's been a while since I chopped firewood, but I think I'll be able to knock the lock off pretty clean. Oh, shit!
Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh. That's so bad! We sunk the... Oh, my gosh. We sunk the white dragon. This is really terrible. We got Tonlayak a job just to ruin the boat that she's on. We're gonna destroy Captain Nebevay's livelihood. We're really messing things up for people along the way here. A deep blue mirror. Or are we gonna end up in the undersea city? Is there an undersea city? Because that would be kind of awesome. Oh my god. Look what we've done! Oh, hey, Crow. Oh my gosh, you know, Crow, I'm so sorry. In the midst of all the storm and everything, I forgot about you, buddy. And that was pretty terrible of me. I'm sorry about that. It's really good to see you now.
Thank the balance she's alright. Are you alright, April? April? Are you sleeping? She's sleeping, bless her little heart. Boy, is she cute. Too bad she's just a chick and not a bird.
Aha.
April, wake up!
Well, this is the land of magic. Maybe she could turn into a bird, or he could turn into a human, or, you know, whatever.
Crow, I was so worried I thought the storm got you.
Me? Honey, I'm the sidekick. Didn't you ever read any legends? The sidekick always survives.
I hope
So
that
you're
is
fine?
true, Crow.
A few singed tail feathers, and I'm so charged up sparks fly when I try to peck something. Other than that, better than ever. The sea air does wonders for my allergies.
I didn't realize you had allergies.
Exactly.
So then... Let's see. Okay, yeah. Most important.
Do you know what happened to the crew?
Is everyone okay?
As far as I know, they got away in the lifeboat.
Thank goodness.
There was a lifeboat?
Well,
One of those magic fold-up types, yeah.
I guess they forgot all about me.
or after you sabotage
I
things,
think
they
the
decided
captain
to
said
leave
something
you.
like,
Aye, let the wench drown and justice be done.
but, I could have been wrong.
Well, I mean... Man, Captain Nebevay is never gonna be friends with us now. Oh, bummer. I can't even blame him for leaving us to drown. I mean, we did imperil the whole crew. And did this help us get to Alais any faster? Alright, so...
Any idea where the lifeboat is heading?
Probably Guyane.
South, I'd guess. From what I can remember of the old man's stories about the sea, Tagade would be the closest civilized island.
Oh, well, that'll work too.
Any idea how I'm gonna get to the islands now?
Grab
You
some
could
debris and
swim.
make a paddle.
Humans swim, don't they?
They
They
do.
must, or you wouldn't be here now.
I don't swim. And nobody can swim that far. There's no land visible in any direction.
Well, I'd suggest flying, but you don't have the necessary equipment.
I do have a lighter than air potion unless I lost it. Yeah, I feel kind of bad asking, but if you could find the closest island, that would really help.
Why don't you try and find the closest island?
Give me an idea. I don't want
could do
to...
that, but I'd have to leave you on your own.
Crow, I'll be fine.
Well, it is nice to have a friend, but...
All right. Don't blame a bird for trying to be a gentleman. Gentle bird, whatever. I'll be back as soon as I can. Don't go anywhere.
Where will
Well,
I go?
Wherever the current
Girls
takes us.
always disappear on me. Trust me.
Oh, Crow. No, really, this is for the best. If he can figure out where we need to go, because otherwise we could be... If we started just paddling somewhere randomly, we could be headed in the totally wrong direction. And that would really suck. So let's try to just wait until he gives us an idea. What is this in the water?
What the hell is that? Uh-oh, for some reason the story of the bloodthirsty cannibal merman of the Sea of Song suddenly pops to mind.
Interesting. Alright, I am, though, going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back and next time, we'll look around. I think Crow's right that we really shouldn't try to go anywhere until he figures out where an island is. What if the merman can take us somewhere? That would be great. If they can, then we need to wait for Crow to come back. Because if we just go, then he'll never be able to find us again. You know, we don't want him to get lost out here either. So yeah, we'll take a look around, see what we can figure out, and... Man, I feel so bad we sunk that boat.